Hello, everyone, and I thank you for buying my video and wanting to be a part of an elite group of people who look at the world from a totally different perspective. Do you think positive about yourself? If not, I ask you to think about why. I have a feeling you are going to tell me things that you think are wrong with you. These are things that someone else has told you at some point in your life, things that you believed to be wrong with you. Why is someone else's feelings about ourselves deemed to have so much power in our life? Why do we allow what others see to be real for us? Why do we hold someone else's opinion of us as our own truth? Why not understand that we may not be for everyone, but there is always people for us, our people, like minded people. If we're hanging with the wrong people for us, even if they are family, how do we have space for the right people to come into our lives? Let's start with having you erase all the limited beliefs of your mind and the minds of people who have ever told you something bad about yourself. If there are too many people for you to remember, then allow yourself to unhear the negligence within the person who is spouting about their own insecurities as they lashed out at you. Men and women alike have feelings regardless of what we were told growing up. Men, unfortunately, were told to tuck their feelings during childhood, which leaves men to be on the side of not having the opportunity to truly grow and find out who they are. Men and women, we all need to validate ourselves. When I quit wanting for someone else's validation and gave it to myself, that was the day that I changed my life in ways that I never thought possible. Coming from years of depression into a brand new mindset, the mindset I created, the life I wanted. I'm not saying it was easy for me. I did not have therapy or outside influences. It wasn't until I took a self help program that my eyes were truly open and I started on my journey to enlightenment. How do we validate ourselves? Well, let's start with making a list of what we need healed and validated for. I have given you an example in the PDF attached to this program. This example is one of the hardest ones. It's losing loved ones. Oh, it hurts, but it means we also get to hold on to the memories. We have to let time heal our wounds, and our loved ones in spirit are truly watching over us, do not want us here hurting. They want us to love life and live it to the fullest, knowing they understand how precious it is. They want nothing but happiness and love for us all. What is positive and what is negative? Well, they can be adjectives or nouns or even adverbs, but I want to explore them more on a feelings level. What we perceive to be positive and negative. I would say from a feeling standpoint, negative is anything that causes you to feel heavy or low. And positive would have you vibrating and feeling high. Well, what do I mean by vibrating? Well, everything of this earth is made up of vibrations. You and I and everything we see. So when you're happy, you're vibrating at a higher level that no lower negative energies can even touch. You're putting happy, thankful vibrations out into the world. We all know what we put out is what we receive back. Having a positive mindset is one that might be a challenge at first, but after practice, like anything in life, you will become a pro. It may present challenges because of who is currently in your life right now. No matter how close you are to the person, if they do not benefit you, why keep them as part of your everyday life? It could make you feel lonely because these people have been part of your life and now you need to release them from your life. The loneliness is only temporary if you let it be. Find what you love if you don't already know. And there are others who love to do it too. When you cut out the wrong person, you create space for the right one. How can we let new people into our lives when we already have the people we currently do taking up all of the time that we have in life? The first step to becoming positive is to cut the outside influences out. This means shutting off the TV, staying off of social media, watching all the bad things happen. I'm not saying that you have to stop caring about what is happening and not have feelings for it, but I am saying that you do not need to watch what is happening if it is not happening in your household or on your street or in your town or your city. I know a lot does happen, and you can have feelings for the bad things that do happen, but you don't have to continuously give your feelings in all moments of all times to that situation. Stay in the moment of time that you are in and focus on what is happening just around you. After you cut out the outside influences out of your life, you could still find out things that are happening outside of your world. Have sympathy and understanding, and then move on. If you can't understand, well, it's not yours to figure out. You will get to figure out how to understand the situations inside of your world, the world that you create with the loved ones you bring into your life. But I am telling you, you have to shut off that daily TV and social media that portrays negative. There are sites that are nothing but positive. Fake it till you make it works inside of you. Outside influences, such as family and some friends or relatives, coworkers, etc., who are negative people, cause some bad feelings in us and others. We must not let their feelings penetrate into ours. We must not let them dictate how we feel. We tend to let others influence our feelings. I was prone to this till I understood how my life works, understood how feelings work. You are in control of your feelings only. You cannot control others. You can only control yourself. You can influence others, but not demand or control. When you understand that it is not another person making you mad or upset, but it is you who are allowing it to make you upset, you can start to control the way that you react to situations. When you know you are in control of your reactions, you can start to turn them positive. You can turn a situation positive in such a way that it makes you and possibly all in that situation feel good. You know, when a person who is being mean to you, just understand that that person is hurting more than you. Hear that again. A person who is mean to you is hurting more than you. Why take their insult as hurt instead of having pity for them? I used to be a very sarcastic person and a very negative one about what others were doing to me. The light bulb went off in my head when I was pregnant to say that I am in control how I feel and I control how I react to a situation. I used to have a coworker at the time who was painfully reminded of her dead friend every time she looked at me, since I filled the position that her friend had held. She would treat me like crap and talk down to me and be mad every time she had to talk to me. I would get so mad when I would hear her walking down the steps to the hallway to my office. I knew she was just coming to be mad at me over something and just yell just for no good reason. One day, I heard her footsteps coming again, and I was pregnant. And for the first time, I had the biggest epiphany that came over me and said, it's not her making me mad, that it was me allowing her to make me mad. She came into my office without knocking and started grumbling at me, being mad at me over something. And this day I looked at her with a smile and I answered in such a light and loving manner. She growled more at me and I answered again in a light and loving manner. She growled more words at me and then stomped off. I had won. That truly was my first understanding that I was in control of my own feelings. No one had taught me in the past that I had control. No one had ever even mumbled those words to me. A simple, you were in control of your own feelings would have started me thinking a long time ago, and who would I have been today? Well, I would not be me. So I am thankful that is something that I learned on my own. It's real easy to go down a what if path that does not help your future. You're playing a what if in a time that literally does no longer exist. What if I did this or that? And again, it's part of your past and literally does not exist at this moment in time. Wouldn't you rather be enjoying any other activity during the current moment? Wouldn't you rather be having fun? This is what I have told my children. It's okay to be mad about something. Take your time to understand what made you mad, and then try to have fun with whatever you have instead of being sad about what you don't have. When we learn that we are in control of our own feelings and that we project out our feelings to others, we can start to understand that others do the same thing to us. Have you ever wondered why someone was so mad at you? It's their boundaries that were crossed, causing pain in their life, causing them to lash out at you. Most people don't even realize that they are doing it. They truly believe someone outside of them caused feelings inside of them. And when I put it this way, it sounds silly, right? It sounds silly thinking that we let someone else control our feelings. We are powerful beings and we do not let anyone outside of us run our lives, although that's something we're all guilty of doing. It sounds silly, but have you tried living it? I had to put my theories to the test over and over to truly understand inside of me and how to heal past demons. That's a different program. That's my Free Your Soul and Find Your Joy program. I know it sounds silly to hear that someone outside of you can control your own feelings inside. Well, why do we give our power away like that? Technically, it's not our fault. It's not even our parents' fault or their parents' fault, because there is no blame to be had in life for people who were doing the best they could with their limited abilities and belief system. I recently had heard a story that there was a husband and a wife, and every time the wife went to make a lamb roast, she cut off the very end of it and threw it away and then stuck the rest of it into the pan and into the oven and cooked it. And she had done this enough times that her husband finally questioned her. He asked her, "Why do you cut off the end of the lamb roast and throw it away before you put the roast in the oven?" And she said, "I don't know. That's the way my mom had always done it." He said, "Get your mom on the phone and ask her." And she called her mom and she asked her mom why she cut off the end of the lamb roast. And her mom answered, "I don't know. That's the way my mom had always done that." Well, now they got grandma on the phone. "Grandma, why do you cut off the end of the lamb roast before putting it in the oven?" And grandma said, "Well, dear, that's because back in my day, ovens were smaller and could not hold the whole lamb roast." This just goes to show that we are conditioned to do things in life by people who never questioned why they do things in life the way that they did. This is what I call limited beliefs. Because of the limited belief system we were raised on, we give away our power because we are socially conditioned to do so. We have been conditioned when we were a baby and don't even know it. Do not be so hard on yourself if you are just learning this for the first time. Celebrate yourself knowing that you know the truth now and how much your life can change in such a good way. Starting a positive change today will cause a ripple effect in life, and the vibrations of goodness will flow back to you 10 times over. Positive mindset is literally training your brain to see the good in every situation, no matter how bad. Sometimes we have to take about 1,000 steps back away from the negative situation to see the positive that will potentially happen in the future because of it. Most of the time, we do not see the good in the situation until months or sometimes years had gone by to see it had to happen that way to get you to where you are today. An example of this was when I was 8 months pregnant with my first child and my dad unexpectedly passed away. It took me a few months to see the positive from his passing, and that's because he had left us a house to raise my first child in. But that did not fill my heart or make me feel better at all. 5 years later, I realized had it not happened that way, that I would have not wanted to divorce my husband and I would still be living in a loveless house with a husband and in the house where my dad had died. Not only would I still be living there, I would have not moved on my own with my children and gained all the knowledge and had all the opportunities to get me to where I'm at right now. Literally everything in my life, painful as it may be, had to happen. From my pain, I grew an understanding and a positive mindset to help others overcome their fears in life. My positive mindset cannot be swayed by anyone, and no one can steal my joy. This literally is what everyone needs to feel. How do you train your brain? Rather, at this point, we are retraining our brains. Our thought patterns are set in such a way it's ingrained into our subconscious. Let's first start with the understanding a little bit on how our conscious and subconscious brain works. Our conscious brain is anything that we perceive while we are awake. Our eyes are inputting new data every day. Our subconscious holds the things that we have done repetitively and no longer have to consciously think about, such as driving your car. If you have worked there a while, you will know that you don't have to think about driving it there anymore. It's automatic. It's basically how our subconscious mind works. It automatically does the things and thinks the thoughts that it does due to our prior input through our conscious. Your past is literally what is still holding you down today. Your conscious mind trains your subconscious mind. You can now understand that what you're thinking about on a daily basis gets ingrained into your subconscious to make it your reality of life. Now is when you can start consciously filling your subconscious positive thoughts. The very first time I tested to see if I could change my own depressed thoughts from negative to positive was when I would go look in the mirror in the mornings and tell myself that I was beautiful. I will never forget the feeling that I had when I first told myself that I was beautiful. I laughed and I sat there and told myself everything that was wrong with what I could see. I woke up the next day and I told myself I was beautiful again. Again, I argued to say why I wasn't. This went on for a few months, and one day and I woke up and I told myself I was beautiful. I looked at myself right in the eyes and said, yes, yes, you are. You are a beautiful person. Even though I don't feel it, I know it. It didn't take long after this for me to look in the mirror and not only feel it, but like I said, I know it. And I said, yes, you are. I did it. I changed my perception on what I believed of my old self and gave it a positive spin on who I truly know that I am. We are all beautiful and amazing, just the way we are. That is a step into understanding how to change your thoughts. Wake up and tell yourself how beautiful you are inside and out. And inside, I mean your soul. Outside is the skin that you wear while we're here for this short amount of time. Wake up and tell yourself how you will accomplish all your dreams and are taking the steps to positively get there. Tell yourself these things as often as possible until you not only believe it, you feel it, and you know it. Seeing positive within myself and feeling it led me to seeing it in other people, even if they couldn't. Complimenting people accelerates the positive vibes you feel about yourself. Make a list of all of the things you love about yourself. Make a list of the things that people have told you in the past that were wrong with you and give all of those things the love you have to understand that they make you who you are. The people of your past were the wrong people. Your people will love you just the way you are. It's easy to make lists and have these good feelings about yourself while you're watching me and feeling uplifted. You'll have to figure out how to keep coming back to this feeling over and over throughout your situations in life that may not be deemed as good. Keep creating the positive in your life that you want. Remember, we're starting with cutting the people who are negative out of our lives. When you change your perspective and enact the things that you will do to preserve your peace of mind and positivity, you will be on the path to greatness within your life. Instead of feeling like you are cutting people out of your life, look at it as if you are releasing yourself from their lives. They are no longer serving a purpose in the new you, your new life. Try to help others, but ultimately let people be negative, knowing that they are still upset from past experiences and not living today. Now that you understand you're in control of your feelings and how to start swinging them in a positive manner, stay conscious in the moments of every day while controlling your feelings and the way you react, and stay positive along the way. Here are some examples as looking at situations from a positive perspective. Take an example as you lost a job. Great. Another better job is coming along, because that's usually the case. It has been in my experience anyway. A loved one passed away. After time, you will remember the knowledge that they gave you and learn from what they had offered. Learn from their shortcomings and love them for who they were. A family member is complaining about everything. Remember that you can walk away, walk outside, see the beautiful trees or sand or whatever scenery, and appreciate the works of art around you. See people as good people who are going through rough times and don't know how to cope. See yourself as an amazing person who exists for a purpose and with love. Be thankful for all that you have in life, even things that you don't have. Be thankful you have a car rather than a big truck. Be thankful you have a small house rather than a huge one to clean. You can always see the positive in any situation. If you step back away from your feelings and look, you kind of look at it from a third party standpoint. Understand that every story has two sides to it and try to see both sides of the story. Don't be so strong in your stance on certain topics if you have not learned all there is to know about it. Don't take someone else's word for the truth, especially when you don't resonate with it. Don't be so strong in your belief system that you're not open to new thoughts or ideas that might not sit well in the beginning, but you would have a better understanding later. Take every situation you encounter in life and put neutral energy on it. Don't let it be bad or good. See if you can stay neutral. If you can see things from a neutral standpoint, you will have realized the power you have to overcome feelings in any situation that you encounter in life. Give people more compliments. Tell them something nice about them. Watch the smile on their face and let it be your reward for having a positive mindset. The more positive you are out towards other people, the more positive that comes into your life. The more things you are thankful for, the more you will receive, and they will help keep you in a positive mindset. To elicit a positive response whenever you want to or need to, trigger a lottery winning or the happiest moment of your life. And that will get your feelings to the positive high side. Once you realize how easy this is to do, you can do this every time you need to. You will also start to create new situations and have these feelings be regular inside of you and not have to think about it. It will rewire your subconscious. The more you see things as good or positive, the more you will have a good life. Negative is just another way of saying you learned. Instead of seeing situations as negative, I challenge you to find the learning moment from that situation. Life will present you with the same lessons over and over until you learn them. Again, nothing is negative. It's only neutral or a learning experience. Positive mindsets will bring you joy. Your joy in your life is something that no one else can take away from you. The one thing you never want to do in life is compare yourself to anyone else. If you think someone else is prettier or smarter, or they have a better car or a house or more things in life, ask yourself, why am I jealous of someone else instead of figuring out ways for me to obtain the things that I actually desire in life? Be happy for the other people and all that they have accomplished in their life. It doesn't mean you can't have it in yours, so why not have a compliment for them? When you stop comparing yourself to others and realize this life isn't a race, you will start to see your life unfold for what it can be. Don't be so hard on yourself for slipping or making an error in what you believe to be an error, But again, that was only a learning experience. No errors, no mistakes. Always celebrate yourself for every achievement, no matter how small. Look at where you were yesterday until today. Sometimes you have to look at yourself 5 minutes ago crying, and now you're back on track to living your joyous life. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Always remember every situation has two sides. It's neutral and most likely positive, but you won't see it until the future. Smile as often as possible, not only to make you feel good, it can make others smile back at you. Some may look at you and wonder how you do it. Feeling good, knowing it can make someone else feel good for just a moment in time. What you focus on is what you will act upon. Everything starts with our thoughts and then actions. Make sure your thoughts are in your best interest so you can act in your best manner without sacrificing yourself. Nothing is permanent, good or bad, until you make it that way. I talk more about that in my Free Your Soul, Find Your Joy program. It's a chance for you to get down and dirty and release all of the past pain and live a truly more abundant life. Abundance with love, friends, money, family. To live free and joyful. Go check it out. You're already one step ahead right now with understanding how to be positive in life. Be kind to yourself always. Love yourself wholly. Be the you that makes you feel good. Spread kindness wherever you can. Then wake up and repeat the process. Love yourself wholly. Be the you that makes you feel good. Be kind as much as possible. I know they have hurt you. I know they have. But this is not about them. This is only about you. Focus on what can be instead of what is lost. Instead of thinking you're losing family members or a friend to a fight, you're gaining space in your life for the right person to come along who helps you build up in a way that you could have never imagined. Stop allowing your thoughts to control you and start controlling your thoughts. This process should happen when any moment is not going the way that you planned. Reassess the situation and see it from a positive perspective. I dare you to find one positive thing in every situation that happens in life. When I did this, I accelerated my path to not only one positive things, but I can see more positive in every situation than I could ever see a negative. This is truly how it works with anything in real life. Repetition is key. The more you do things, the more they become automatic. Go have a great mindset. Don't get down on yourself for where you are. Always praise yourself. Go take your first steps now. Much love to each and every one of you.